Hello.
What's up?
How's your mama, Nim?
Hope everybody's well.
I'm doing better than I have been the past 4 episodes we've recorded. But I'm still tired.
Yeah.
But it's not as late as it usually is.
Shut your mouth.
I don't want to get into the habit of getting so ill before we record that I just don't have the energy to be long-winded. But it's been kind of nice.
Yeah. These have been relatively short episodes, so
yeah.
You're welcome. You've got a month of shorter episodes. This one may get kind of long, though. It depends on how far we want to go.
Maybe.
With it.
I've only got 3 pages.
Oh, okay.
But I just kind of did like a list format. I didn't get into like depth about like who has these collections or anything. We're just gonna go back and forth.
We're talking about weird collections.
Weird collections.
If you guys have collections, let us know.
Yeah. So, for me, Reddit user Collectorizer posted, "What's the weirdest thing you collect?" And they shared that they collect comics, and they admitted that those aren't particularly weird, but they do have a real interest in why people collect the things they do and love reading other people's motives for their collections. So that was kind of like what my impetus for this episode is if I know of the reason, I'm gonna share it with you.
Got you.
But on this Reddit thread, there were 193 responses. I did not list all of them. My first one is a Dracula book collection. So this user has a different editions of Dracula because it is their favorite book. But there are a lot of cool editions out there, but they also like to give their books away to people who like to read, so their collection is either growing or shrinking depending on how many they have coming in versus how many going out as gifts. I thought that was pretty cool.
That is pretty neat. So the first one that I found, Sand and Dust.
Yeah.
So basically, this collection has different textures, colors, and places in the world. Basically, this person gets it from like wherever they travel.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't tell me who's got it though. Go ahead.
Glass insulators. So my parents had a few of these. They're like these, like, they look like they're just like a glass bulb thing. You'd have to Google it to see, like, we had blue ones, I think. That, like, my great-grandparents had.
I've seen these. I didn't know what they were.
They're, like, bell-shaped, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know what they were or what their purpose was.
They're insulators on, like,
power lines?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this guy, an American, Dick Felinsky, has a collection of golf balls and started it in 1965, and now he has over 36,000 golf balls.
Gosh. I think I had golf balls on my list too somewhere. Bead lizards. So the ones from the 90s that people used to make. This person said that they've made most of their collection and some have come from gifts, but as of a year ago they had about 50 of them. And said the collection was inspired by a character in a book who was autistic and made bead lizards to avoid a meltdown, and they thought that they would try to see if that would help them, and it turns out that it did.
Nice.
So
Gemma learned how to make bead butterflies at school this past year. And so she's made us a couple. This one is erasers. So, like, erasers because you can get them in any shape, form, color, fashion, whatever. The largest one that this source has been able to find was over 44,000 erasers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Vintage medical and surgical instruments.
That would be a kind of cool collection, though.
I almost bought, like, a medical instrument when we were in Gatlinburg, and then I found something else I wanted more, so I put it back. But
I finally, speaking of, that wasn't discussed on the first episode we did tonight. So we went to Gatlinburg. I finally found the Salt and Pepper Shaker Museum.
Did you?
We didn't go, but I finally found it. And I saw where the Roaring Fork motor trailway or whatever. I see where it is, but we also did not go.
You should. It's very nice.
We'll wrap back around because I do want to talk about it because I don't think we had gone the last time we recorded. No. So I do want to talk about that. So we'll wrap back around to it later. My next one is do not disturb signs.
My next one was do not enter signs.
Oh, nice. So this guy, he's an Italian, Eduardo Flores. He has over 15,000 different examples of do not disturb signs, and they date back from the 1940s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I'll skip my next one. I already said it. And then vintage swing line staplers.
Okay. That's very specific.
Yeah.
Okay. Signaling cones, like traffic cones.
Yeah.
Listen, you ain't lived if you haven't hijacked
one of your city's
traffic cones. There's one at my parents' that we jacked. Remember that night we jacked that one that had a jack-o'-lantern face?
Oh, yeah.
Cut out of it? It's at Mom and Dad's.
That was when we were we were riding around in your mom's Jeep.
We were ghost hunting.
Yeah.
He was sitting at the end of a random road for no reason at all, and it's got a jack-o'-lantern face carved in it. Yeah. And I said, that's going home with me.
Right.
And put it in the back of the car.
There was an atheist who collects religious pamphlets.
Okay.
Which, there's a girl that went on the retreat, Joey, who's not Mormon, but she collects Mormon memorabilia, loves Mormon and religious memorabilia.
I get it.
Yeah.
This one is odd. Vomit bags.
I did see this one. I saw it I didn't put it on my list, but I saw it on the Google list of barf bags. And I was like, that is pretty weird.
As of this thing, it says the Guinness Book of World Records holder has over 6,290 bags.
Damn. A lot of barf bags. Heavy glass ashtrays. From the 60s and 70s. That was heavy duty.
Yeah. This one, I would love to have this collection. Garden gnomes.
Yeah.
The Guinness Book of World Records in 2008 was 2,032 gnomes.
Oh my gosh.
I think that would be a cool collection to have.
Yeah, maybe. Playmobil animals. The user says that it's not necessarily weird, but they've never met another person who collected them. But under theirs, there weren't a lot of these that had responses, but there was somebody who said they also have a large collection of them. And they both only buy the play sets because of the animals.
I'm looking this up, trying to figure out. Okay, so it's just little animal.
Yeah,
figurines.
just the little plastic, for babies.
So when I was little,
or little kids.
Yeah, when I was little, little.
Mm-hmm.
My grandparents, my mom's parents, babysat me during the day while my mom was at work, and my grandmother had bought me some little figurine toys, and I don't think that they were these. It was a knockoff brand or something. I'm sure she found them at a yard sale or a Goodwill or something like that. They were little toy figurines, and they were kind of creepy looking from what I remember. and we called them My Little Critters.
Oh.
Yeah. I have very few memories from them keeping me in that house.
Yeah.
And that's one of them that I've always remembered is I would play with my little critters, and then she'd buy me like these huge, massive like poster boards with scented markers, and I would just draw and color.
Nice.
Okay. Back scratchers. This one in 2008, this dude had 675 back scratchers from 71 different countries. He's a doctor.
Oh.
It says his patients think of him when they travel and bring them back their finds to add to his collection.
Oh, I like that. Somebody collects their tickets that they get from their AA meetings.
Okay.
And they were like, I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet, but...
Scrapbook that shit.
Yeah. Or put them in a jar or a shadow box or something.
That's cool. Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. Microprocessors. Like, from a computer. Yeah. This is quite the collection. He has them dating back from 1970.
Oh, wow. Ecstasy pills.
I mean, good for you for not taking them and collecting them.
Because they're fascinated by the variety of colors, shapes, and the motives for an illegal product. They also collect their cat's ticks in a jar of ethanol.
Okay. Can you imagine getting busted with that?
With a jar of ticks?
No,
or the ecstasy?
The ecstasy.
They're like, what are you doing?
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Nail clippings. This says almost 30,000 of them. Dang. But they're being used by a group of scientists to study various factors that lead to the development of cancer.
Oh. Huh.
I'm trying to scroll through these to find the weirdest ones. Because some of them are kind of like lame, like Coke cans and things like that.
A user said they knew someone who collected sugar packets, and they had over 100,000 different ones and never had an ant problem.
Hold on. I'm reading this to... Nope. I was hoping this was going to be something else, but it's not.
Oh, no.
Graham Baker, for 30 years, more than 30 years, has been collecting his own belly button plushies.
Oh, yeah.
Or, belly button lint.
Yeah. There are people that do that.
He entered the Guinness Book of World Records in 2010 with 22 grams of his own. It's his own.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gross.
Grocery lists. This is one that I've seen a lot recently. There's several, the two TikTok people, on TikTok that I've specifically seen. They like to find them in grocery shopping carts.
That would be a cool collection to have.
And will go out of their way. I've been saving mine. I took a screenshot of one of their P.O. boxes, and I've been saving mine.
Nice.
And I'm like, I'm just gonna, because what am I gonna do with them? And it's a waste.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just gonna throw them away. So if somebody wants to collect them.
I don't make grocery lists.
I also have been saving my to-do list.
I'm not that type of person.
I'm a to-do list person. I have ADHD. I'll never get it done.
Well, as far as grocery lists go, I sit down, meal plan. I write the meal plan on my planner for each day, and then I'll get on the grocery store app and put in there what I need and order it. But
that makes sense. But we go and walk around the grocery store. We do it every Monday. And I've tried grocery pickup. I just don't particularly care for it.
It saves me so much money.
Oh, I'm sure. But if I don't make a list, I spend more money on useless crap at the store. But if I make a list,
You'll stick to it.
I'm more apt to stick to it.
See, even when I make a list, because I've tried it both ways, when I make a list and go to the store,
there's always that, ooh,
yeah,
I'm going to try that.
Or, oh, I forgot this. Which, I mean, I do have to say, like, I do, when I do my orders and do the grocery pickup, like, there'll be things that I forget, and I'll have to go to another store to get it later on. But, like, that's not quite as often. I pride myself in the fact that for a family of 5, that I am spending less than $400 every 2 weeks on groceries. Yeah. Which is huge.
That is quite huge. Yeah.
I am spending less than $800 a month in groceries.
That's so crazy to me. It's like
But we are also an ingredient-only house. We don't get a whole bunch of, like, snack things.
Right. But, like, for us, we go to the store together. And I make a list of what we need for dinners and, like, the ingredients we will need or whatever. And then typically I'll buy, like, all of the ingredients, and then he'll buy, like, the meat. Or if it's a particularly heavy meat week, like, we'll divide it up. But for the most part, you know, that's how we do it. And, like, generally every week, it's less than $100.
I wish.
For us. Between the two of us. Because we also pay separately. That's how we divide them up.
I wish.
Like, I think this past week it was under $75 for the two of us.
Gosh. Like, even on the weeks, because, like, I've got a house of picky eaters. But, like...
we eat the same shit over and over again.
Well, yes, we do too. But, like, on the weeks when TJ's traveling and we've got more of a... which, I mean, he'll say, cook what you want to cook. If I like it, I'll eat it. If I don't, I'm a big boy. I can figure out something for myself. But me as a wife, I'm like, I feel like a failure if that's the case. Because you're supposed to eat what I cook. Yeah. I'm supposed to make something that you like. Which is not the best mindset to have. But
I think what's important is that that's how you're choosing to run your household.
I'm not a trad wife. I'm not, oh, whatever my husband says, you know, let me just bow down to him type person.
I would just, like, for me personally, like, I've said on here before, I feel like I'm a feminist, all this. And, like, I'm not bothered by people like trad wives. Right. I'm not bothered by, as long as that's what they want to do.
Right.
That's exactly what feminism is you being able to live your life as a human being.
Right.
However you want. If you want to be a trad wife, go for it. If you want to make sure that what you're cooking, your husband is going to eat, even though he's like, I'll make a sandwich or whatever.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah. I mean, like, it's just, my thing is it's because I care.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even Danny, he's like, if you don't feel like cooking, don't cook. And I'm like, but I enjoy cooking and providing a meal for us.
Right. Exactly. But when he's not home, if I know he's traveling for the week or he's not going to be home for dinner, then we're more lenient of, okay, there's more options.
Yeah.
Because I know, like, the kids sometimes like to eat Hamburger Helper. He absolutely won't eat Hamburger Helper.
Right.
So we can do that. Or, like, he'll eat spaghetti, but he doesn't necessarily like spaghetti. So we can eat that when he's not there. You know, and there's certain things that the kids enjoy that he doesn't necessarily like. So, you know,
listen, I could eat every night on spaghetti with garlic bread. No, I don't like meat in my sauce, so it's just sauce and noodles. So that's why I can eat it the way that I do.
I can't do that. I have to have
somebody in weight loss class was like, who's making pasta for themselves? And I was like, me.
Now, I can get down with those, like, you know, what is it, like, rice-a-roni pasta sides or whatever, like the angel hair pasta and stuff like that.
Oh, I love the angel hair pasta
with a whole box of that. Yeah. Like, I can do that by myself.
Like, listen, if it's just me, I could probably eat on like $25 a week.
Same.
And half my budget's Coke Zeros.
Same.
Because I, like, when he's dog sitting, for example, I just wrote on the menu on the refrigerator, girl dinner.
Girl dinner. Whatever's available.
Right.
We're eating a makeshift charcuterie board tonight.
Right. Like, and sometimes, like, especially right now, it's like, it's June, it's hot.
Yeah.
Turning on the oven is almost not an option.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway from grocery lists.
So my next one is fossilized shit.
Oh, I didn't have that one.
Basically. So this guy has started collecting it when he was 18.
Oh. Did his mom be like, not while you're under my roof?
He has at least 1,277. That was what was entered into the book of records.
Wow. Unlabeled VHS tapes and CDs.
Oh, those are the best. I love going through my stuff, my old stuff, and finding some like mixed CDs.
Oh, I've got a lot of mixed CDs, and I'm like, I don't know what's on them. I can guess based on what I named it, because I would name this, like, I would call it whatever mix, and it would be the title of the first song on the CD.
See, I didn't do that.
And I can gauge the vibes on some of them. Some of them, like I told him one night, I was like, I really have been listening to just anything I fucking wanted to. I was like, there's like Lady Gaga with...
You went through a phase.
I love Lady Gaga. Listen, I love Lady Gaga. But like, there's like Telephone with 5 Avenged Sevenfold songs, a Nickelback thrown in there. I don't know, anything. I mean, it just about... Oh, that reminds me. I saw a movie at the Goodwill, and I'm kind of having... If it's there this coming Friday, I'm going to buy it. But you remember the Dudesons that hung out with Bam Margera?
Yes.
It's their movie.
Oh.
I should have bought it.
Yeah.
But I didn't.
So when I first got introduced to like LimeWire, I don't know if Brandy, I'm sorry if your oldest listens to this and he's about to learn some things. So, oldest of my sister, if you're listening, stop right now before I screw something up. So, my sister's ex-husband, would just let me loose. And he introduced me to like satire stuff. Like parody things. Yeah. Like Weird Al, things like that. But I have like a CD that's got like just the most random of things. Like there's one track on there that's like sounds like Barney at a kid's birthday party. And then he's like, oh, I've got to go poop. So he goes to the bathroom and he's in there. You can hear him pooping. Like you hear farts and stuff. And then he's like pooping. He's like, oh.
It's so early 2000s coded.
And then there's like somebody's banging on the door, Barney, and he's like, hold on just a minute. And they're like, Barney, and he's like, I said hold on. And then he just like lets loose. He's like, oh, gotta wipe my little dinosaur butt. And then just goes on about it. My kids heard that, thought that was the funniest shit they've ever heard. But I mean, like, there's like random things like that all over a CD that I found.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, some of the stuff, not appropriate. I don't know why I was listening to it.
Yeah.
But it was like, it's the craziest stuff. I had one CD that I named Kryptonite, but that song was not even on that CD.
Curveball for your future self.
Yeah.
I mean, like...
I can remember telling him, because he burned the CD, and then he was like, okay, what do you want to name it? And I was like, Kryptonite. And he goes, that song's not even on here. And I'm like, I don't even care. I just like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I was hard.
Yeah.
That was probably also during the RAR phase, because I was also in chat rooms when he wasn't in there burning CDs for me. So.
Right. Yeah. Damn, chat rooms. That was a whole...
ASL.
And...
At one point in time, I took on a whole persona of being like 17 or 18, and I lived in Hawaii, and I was a professional surfer, and I remember going into like this full story about how I had just gone to like a competition in Fiji, and the surf was tight. And
oh, that's so funny. All right, what's your next one?
I just did one.
Did you?
It's your turn. I did the fossilized shit.
Yeah, and I did unlabeled.
Oh, the CDs. Yeah. Okay. Joker cards.
Oh, okay. their cat's whiskers, which I've got a little jar with a few little whiskers if I find them. But this person also kept their nail shears that they would find around the house. I don't do that.
Banana tags, like the stickers on your bananas.
Somebody on here had fruit stickers.
This would be a cool collection.
Clown decor, plushies, and carnival stuff.
Mark this one explicit. Fuck no. McDonald's objects.
Okay.
That would be a cool collection to have. Not just the toys, but like the little collector's cups and things like that too.
Yeah. Dice, and the user says the only reason why it's a weird collection is because they've never even played D&D.
Hold on. I don't want to tell you what I'm doing. Okay, that's what I thought that meant. Brace yourself.
I'm braced.
I'm just going to read what this says, okay?
Oh, hell yeah.
When a private collection becomes a museum, you get the Phallus Museum in Iceland, in Reykjavik, to be precise.
Mm-hmm.
This person, who is the founder and director of the museum, started his collection before sharing it with the world in 1997. In 2016, the museum had 282 phallus specimens of 93 different species and 350 artistic objects related to phallology. It is known that a call for donations to obtain a human phallus has been made, and that a man had pledged to offer it to the institution post-mortem. The question is did it already enter the collection? To be continued. You got a museum full of dicks.
Yeah.
I had to look up phallus to make sure I was right and thinking that was what that meant.
Yeah.
I don't think I want a museum of dicks.
Mm-mm.
That's
weird. Flat pennies. I collect flat pennies.
Yeah.
I do the little flat penny machines.
Toasters.
Just toasters?
Yeah, just toasters. It made me think of a TikTok that I saw the other day that was like, she was all ready for me when I got home from work today, waiting on me in the bathtub for a relaxing bath, and they pull back the curtain and it's a toaster.
Grave dirt from Famous Graves, which when I read that, I was like, the little witchy side of me inside went, oh,
Nope.
No, thank you. I feel like trust and permission needs to be granted before that can occur.
This one is cookie jars. Now, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
Cookie jars come in all shapes and forms.
Like
this person has what looks to be like Roy Rogers head shaped.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. That one might look like Burt Reynolds, like Smokey and the Bandit Burt Reynolds.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. I personally have a Cookie Monster cookie jar.
Yeah.
Now, this is Cookie Monster 2.0, and it has sentimental value. My grandparents had a Cookie Monster cookie jar that they kept in their kitchen floor, dining room floor, and I think they kept coins and stuff in it that they would divvy up in the summer that was our allowance, all the grandkids' allowance.
Mm-hmm.
But like, he's cooking something, isn't he?
I don't know. I think so. I hope so.
But when my granddad passed, I got that cookie jar. And then it sat in my kitchen for forever. And why I thought it was a good idea to put the kids suckers, because we were like, that was their treat for certain things that they do. Why I thought that was a good idea to put those in there, I don't know. But I did. And I think it was Gemma got up there one night to get a sucker out of it and knocked it off into the floor, and it shattered into a million pieces. I think it was just the head of it.
Yeah.
And I guess TJ was working nights then, because he wasn't home. You would have thought that someone had just killed my best friend
Yeah.
because I collapsed in the floor and just bawled.
Yeah.
And then I shut myself in the bathroom for probably about 30-45 minutes bawling. And Gemma felt so bad.
Yeah.
You could see the fear in her eyes when she realized what had happened. And then my amazing mother-in-law found one on like eBay or Marketplace or something that was exactly the same and bought it for me so that I could try and make it whole again. It was really cute. Go ahead.
My next one was, this is where golf balls were, so I'll skip that one. Vintage Virgin Mary decor, despite not being even remotely religious. That I can get behind. I do love that, like, it's, I don't know, there's something very Catholic about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's very... I don't know. I really enjoy that art style. There's something very gothic about it.
So this guy entered the Guinness Book of Records in 2004 with an impressive collection of condoms. He's been collecting them since 1980 and now has 2,077 in his possession. And then it says, so size does matter sometimes. He has many varieties from Europe, Africa, and the Americas, and the Far East. Some of his condoms are classic, others much less so, such as musical condoms, others from the American Army, but also from World War II soldiers. The oldest condom is dated back to the 19th century and was made from sheep intestine.
Yeah.
I bet that smells annoying. Not the one I just said, but...
Tiki mugs.
I like it.
Yeah.
Pizza boxes. I bet that smells glorious.
They could just ask for new ones.
Probably.
Rubik's Cubes.
Okay. Ingested objects.
Oh. That's got to be like a nurse or a doctor.
A collection held at the Mutter Museum of the College of Physicians in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
It belonged to the laryngologist Chevalier Quixote Jackson, who practiced medicine for 75 years. It consists of 2,374 objects that have been swallowed or inhaled by his patients. He extracted a large number of foreign bodies from throats, esophagus, and lungs, all without anesthesia.
Oh, hell.
The objects that were found were varied: nails, screws, buttons, dentures, toys, padlocks, rosaries, crucifixes, poker chips, squirrel vertebrae, and a miniature trumpet. He considered it a record to have extracted 32 different objects from one child.
Who is not watching this kid?
Right.
That it?
Yep.
Business cards,
Okay.
which they have categorized.
Oh.
Somebody was like, God, how do you keep up with that?
Right. I'm going to move on to the next one. Maybe seems to be the same as the first. Water bottle labels.
Oh. Firearm advertising envelopes, which are apparently very rare.
Yeah. Barbie dolls. Not really weird, but...
No. Depends on who has the collection, though, I guess.
This lady seems like she's pretty eccentric.
Oh, okay.
She's from Germany, though.
Trixie Mattel also collects Barbies. Tiny spoons. The user said, whenever we're at an expensive restaurant and they deliver our dinner coffee with tiny spoons, my husband side-eyes me as he knows that spoon is making its way into my purse. I always tip extra, though, to make up for it.
You need to start a collection of napkins. I did see on this, it was paper napkins. One of them was.
Oh, my Lord.
But it's like, you can see in the picture, she's got like all different.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She keeps more than 125,866 napkins in her home in Germany.
That's a lot. Sounds like a fire hazard.
Right. Go ahead.
Taxidermy and bones, which I have.
Thursday, you've
some
got
of that.
some of that. Hot sauce.
Rotary phones.
Police caps and helmets.
Oh. Glass fire grenades, obsolete fire sprinkler heads, and vintage laxative medicine tins. This is all the same person.
Soap.
Lip balm.
Dalmatian paraphernalia.
E.T. movie memorabilia.
Oh. Toothbrushes.
Vintage snapshots of kids with cigarettes in their mouths.
That's very specific.
Very specific.
Signatures.
Oh, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Ephemera, like postcards.
Go ahead.
Trading cards, dance, and calling cards.
So back to the signature ones.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of collecting celebrity signatures, this guy collects, like, he has them write his name. All the celebrities that he's met write this guy's name.
Oh.
He's collected signatures from 75 celebrities so far, including politicians, artists, musicians, and even Dan Castellaneta, who voiced Homer Simpson.
Oh.
But they all wrote his name.
Hmm.
That's different.
That is different.
Go ahead.
Fruit stickers,
Yeah.
pocket calendars, and physical media, which I'm also big on physical media.
Right.
Because you never know when it could leave Netflix.
Yeah. Women's bras. This would be a cool one.
Siren whistles.
Okay.
And the user said their pride and joy of their collection is a genuine metal Acme siren.
Mobile phones. I would love that collection.
I would like...
And, like, just looking at some of these phones in this picture.
I wish I still had some of my old cell phones.
You remember, I think they were called the LG chocolate or something, and it was like like a little brick, and then you could slide it up, and it had your dial pad.
Yeah.
That's in one of these.
Clothing size dividers.
Okay. Nails, like you drive into wood.
Mm-hmm.
This dude collects those.
Expiration dates.
Okay. I think I'm out.
I've only got one left.
Go for it.
Someone said that not them, but one of their friends collects vintage porn. And so I commented back and I said, hey, I have vintage porn that I don't want. It's 8mm film, vintage porn. And I'm like, I'll send it to them for free. Like, if they just pay shipping, they can have it.
Is it like actual, like, porn, or is it like homemade shit?
No, it's actual, it's like one's like set up in it's like 1970s porn. It's like one is set up in a car dealership. Like, you know, old girls trying to buy a car. It's that kind of stuff.
Okay. Nice.
And I'm like, because what am I going to do with it?
Yeah.
I don't want that. But if there's somebody, like, I know that people collect porn. Like, there are people who aren't, like, you know, weird about it. And they just, that's just a format they like to, I mean, I've got a collection of Playboy magazines, so I get it. But, like, you know, that's not something that I personally collect. And I would love to see it go to somebody who would appreciate it. Because you don't come across 8mm porn.
Right. And that was your last one?
That was my last one.
Well, that was pretty cool. I liked looking into that.
Yeah.
That was a fun idea.
Forever ago, my sister recommended that one. Like, way back in the beginning, it's been on my list.
Yeah.
So,
let's talk about my trip to Gatlinburg a little bit. So, we went to Gatlinburg. me and my husband and the kids, and it was a great time. We took the dogs too, which I was very nervous about that because my dogs have never made a road trip longer, like, except for, like, when we initially got Loki, we had to go a couple hours away to get him.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, like, it. From that point forward, the dogs have gone, like, 10, 20 minutes tops.
Yeah.
Like, their initial voyage to the homestead was their longest trip. And
Yeah.
Ellie's was, like, all of, 35 minutes?
Yeah.
So, I was a little nervous because it is, without stopping, a 4-hour-ish trip. Okay.
Yeah.
And we, of course, made stops. So they actually did really well. Ellie's a pro. Ellie just hangs out in the back. She's just chill.
Right.
She's a little uneasy at first. She gonna sit up. She gonna pant a little bit, look around, but then eventually she laid down. She was good to go. Loki, he chilled, but he has to be on top of me.
Yeah.
And then every once in a while, he wants to be in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't do that, brother.
Right.
So it's a whole thing. If I try to put him, because I did try to put him in the back with the kids and with Ellie, and he wasn't having it. He had to get back in the front with me. So it was like no rest up front. Whatever. I'm really surprised my legs did not get bruised from his little feet feel like freaking needles. They're awful. Anyway, they did really well. We got up there pretty late. Checked into our cabin. Our cabin was really neat because it was like in like a community of cabins.
Mm-hmm.
And like the owner of said cabin is somebody that we personally know.
Mm.
And they've got several cabins, and these people pride themselves on the majority, if not all, of their vacation rentals because they've got stuff here and other places.
Yeah.
I think they also have at least one unit in Panama City.
Oh, right.
But they pride themselves on having most, if not all, of their places be pet friendly.
Yeah.
Because this person had a dog that was absolute, their best friend.
Yeah.
And went everywhere with them. So we liked that. We took the dogs with us. It was good. The cabin was nice. It's probably one of the nicest cabins I've ever stayed in. It was, just basic. Downstairs was your kitchen, living room. There was a bathroom and one bedroom. That was Maddie's bedroom. I made sure all the doors, windows, everything was locked. Blinds were closed. We were in Appalachian territory at that point. Blinds were closed. Don't look outside. If you heard something outside, no, you didn't. Upstairs was a bedroom with bunk beds and a tiny balcony out from that. And then it had air hockey and like a vintage, like a Miss Pac-Man or something. Mm-hmm. And then a bathroom. And then the master bedroom that had, it was big. It was a big room. Just the bed. And then a bigger balcony with the hot tub. Mm-hmm. And the dogs weren't allowed on the furniture, so they couldn't sleep with us. Night one in that place was awful. It was hot because, they don't turn the air on when no one's staying there.
Yeah.
So first thing we do, we get in there is jack that down. It was hot. And then we had the dogs' kennels downstairs. Well, Loki cried the whole night. Screamed, hollered, cried all night long. So no one in the house got any sleep. Mm-hmm. Got up that next day. We left on Thursday or Friday. Got up Saturday and went and grabbed breakfast. Came back to the cabin, got the dogs. And then we took off into the mountains, drove up into the mountains, went over into Cherokee, North Carolina, checked out, all the stuff over there, and then kept going on into Maggie Valley and checked out what was good out there, and then came back. And then took the dogs back to the cabin. Right across from the cabin, like when you stand out on the balconies, there's like there was another cabin like right kind of diagonal from us, and then some trees, and then there was like a parking lot with a basketball goal and a swimming pool and like a pavilion area for you to have like with picnic tables for you to like cook out on, like little camp grills and stuff out there, and a swing set. The pool was legitimately close enough to our cabin that we could sit out on our balcony and watch the kids swim and still be able to hear every bit of the conversations they were having.
Yeah.
Like I could throw something from our cabin into the pool. It was that close. And that, like, we didn't let the littles go off to the pool by themselves by any stretch of the imagination, so don't come for me like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'd walk the dogs around to where there's grass and pick up after them whenever they were done. Sunday we got up, breakfast, grabbed the dogs back through Gatlinburg on into the mountains, and this time we went over to Cades Cove in search of bears and any other wildlife we may see. We saw a whole lot of turkeys. We did not see a bear until almost the end of the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
So we pull on in, because in Cades Cove, there's like some pull offs because there's like historical places and cabins and stuff.
Right.
So we pull off into this one, and a lot of the trails, most of the trails there had signs that was like, don't carry your pets up here. Don't, no pets, because it's an issue for the wildlife.
Yeah.
So we stop. We knew the dogs probably had to potty because they'd been in the car for a while. So we're like, let's get out here. Let the dogs kind of walk along. There's a cabin. We'll check it out. The cabin felt very heavy. I'm not real sure what went on there, but I did not like the vibe of it. There was a tiny spiral-ish staircase that went up into like an upstairs attic space kind of deal that you could go up in, and then it was like fenced off so you couldn't like walk around up there. I did not like the feel. It did not feel okay.
Yeah.
And then there was like a big barn behind it you could walk through, and then a trail off into that goes into the woods. Well, there was no signage anywhere that said no pets allowed, so we just kind of walked. It wasn't a very long trail.
Yeah.
We walked along into the woods, all this. My dumbass husband and oldest daughter, hold on, pause for dramatic effect. Let me let a cat in.
Mara's being whiny. Come on.
Move your butt. Oh, now you're going to get mad that I'm closing you in?
Mara.
Anyway, my dumbass husband and oldest child, after we've already had the conversation of when you're in the woods, don't whistle. Don't look up into the trees.
Yeah.
Don't holler. Whistling the whole time.
Of course.
Looking up, because TJ is like, you got to look up in the trees because the bears can climb. I'm like, listen, if a bear drops from above, I'm just had, okay?
Right.
I ain't looking up in the trees. You don't do that. They're whistling and whatnot. We come to the end of this trail. We come walking back. And at the end of the trail, there was like, as you're walking back down to the barn, there's like a little clearing off to your right. Well, we got dogs in tow, kids. I see Gemma, look, Gemma takes off. And when I tell you Gemma takes off, those little legs were going. And
yeah.
TJ goes, where are you going? And she goes, there's a bear. And we're like, what? She goes, there's a bear. And he's like, what? You weren't even going to say nothing? Where? And she was like, back there.
It's like, I figured y'all had eyeballs too.
Right. It was like, we learned Gemma's fight or flight is flight.
Yeah.
And every man for themselves.
Yeah.
We're like, what were you going to do? If something had happened to us, what were you going to do? You were there by yourself.
She'd have been figuring it out.
I was like, good Lord. So she turns around and she comes back and she points, and we look, sure enough, there's a bear like 30 feet from us. Okay. Luckily, we were like upwind from it.
Yeah.
So the dogs never caught the scent, nor did they ever see it. This bear just looks up, sees us, looks back down, and continues on about its way.
Yeah.
Was not worried about us whatsoever. So we did get to see a bear. We did not see any elk there at Cades Cove. We saw one the day before on the way back from Cherokee. But like that was crazy to me because everybody always sees elk out there.
I don't know that I ever have.
And then after we leave that place, traffic starts backing up. Gemma goes, must be bear traffic. Sure enough, a bear runs across the roadway in front of the car in front of us. And I'm like, oh, cool.
See, we only saw one bear when we were there. It was like as we were leaving.
Right.
Because we were all standing outside the cabin saying our goodbyes for the 15th time. And we're all just like him-hawing around like, well, I guess we'll leave.
Yeah.
And then somebody, Emily, sent a Snapchat to one of the other girls that said, there's a bear. And we're like, all right, time to wrap it up.
Right. Well, so we get out of here. And then toward the end of like where Cades Cove is, there's like a little picnic area and there's a creek surrounding it. So we stopped there to go to the bathroom and we let the kids kind of take their shoes off.
You're being
and
very pitiful.
And, you know, trail around in the creek and whatnot, have a good time. Well, we decided at that point that our kids are water kids and they just like water wherever they can get it.
Yeah.
So then we go and leave. And we notice as we're coming back down the mountain that there's a creek stream-ish area that's very open and there's a lot of people that are accumulating here to swim. And I was like, that's a pretty cool place to stop and swim. So then TJ goes, okay, so here's a new plan. If we can get all the shopping and everything that we want done on Monday, then Tuesday we can, because we came back Wednesday. Yeah. Tuesday, then we can come back out here and swim. And I'm like, that's perfect. I like it. So then we go back, dinner, all that, take the dogs back, go to dinner, all that. Then Monday, we get up, do all our shopping in downtown Gatlinburg done. We did not do any shopping in Pigeon Forge, and I did not even go to the Three Bear store, and that's a thing that I always do when I'm there.
Yeah.
But we did do putt-putt golf. The Scooby-Doo place was not open.
It's still not open.
We drove to it.
It's not ready.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Because from what I saw, it was supposed to open the week before y'all got there. And I didn't know. So we drive to it.
We didn't.
And
I
it's
didn't find out.
finished.
I didn't find out it wasn't open until you said, hey, it's not even open yet.
It looked cool.
Yeah.
The half-finished part that they had.
Yeah.
So we drive all the way to it, excited to go play golf at this, mini golf at this Scooby-Doo place. And it's not even open. Luckily, there's one right next door to it.
Yeah.
So we go to that one. It was pretty cool. And then TJ and Maddie and Easton all rode like a mountain coaster thing that they had there.
Yeah.
That was really fun. Maddie's really good at putt-putt golf, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. That was a good time. We did not get to do go-karts that night for whatever reason. Easton really wanted to do go-karts. So then Tuesday, we got up, did the breakfast thing, and then we took off back up into the mountain to go swim at that place. When I tell you, swimming in a mountain stream, it was cold.
Oh, I bet.
Oh, it was so cold. But it was...
There's something about it that sounds healing for the soul.
Oh, my. It was amazing. It just felt good.
Yeah.
It was like... Maybe that's what baptism is supposed to feel like.
Probably.
It was a spiritual feeling.
Yeah.
I loved it. Had a blast. Had an absolute blast of a time.
Yeah.
Looked for rocks, which reminds me, I was going to show you those rocks.
Oh, you brought your rock collection?
I did bring them. It's just 2 of them. Oh, I may have lied to you. It might be more than 2. Is that it? Yeah, and a random ass ibuprofen. I don't know how that got there. Anyway, so I have these 2. They were just really pretty because they're white.
I like those.
And then this one, I don't know why that one's in there. But this one, it's just really cool colored.
Yeah.
Then this one, I saw this was at the bottom of the water, which, FYI, don't take rocks from the creeks and streams because it messes with the habitat of the water creatures. I shouldn't have taken this. I took this one from in the water because I saw it from above the water in a it was probably knee deep.
Yeah.
But this one stuck out at me and I was like, this is the one I'm meant to have. Okay.
Yeah.
So, looks like a normal rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn it over this way.
Oh.
It looks like mountains.
It does.
Is that not the coolest thing you've ever seen?
That is.
Just the way that it's worn.
Yeah, and then like up at the top, like right like this, it's kind of like giving like fog in the mountains.
And it came from the Smoky Mountains.
I like that.
It's really neat.
I would have taken that too. I would have taken that too.
I'll take a picture. We can post it. But like, it was just, I was like, I'm meant to have this. That was the coolest day. That was the best day of the whole time. And the kids even said that was their favorite part of the vacation.
Yeah.
We left that after swimming for a couple hours, went back to the hotel or to the cabin. We didn't have time to take showers, which we didn't really like. We weren't stinky or anything.
Yeah.
We were just trying to hurry up and make it to dinner, and we wanted to go ride go-karts. I was tingly for a couple hours after. Not cold, but tingly for a couple hours after. It was just the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
We went to eat at Guy Fieri's place.
Yeah.
That was really good. And then we went to ride go-karts at that NASCAR park on into Pigeon Forge. More Sevierville than Pigeon Forge. They didn't know that your girl here is a go-kart riding pro. And I beat all of them on all of the races that we did, except for one that it was only me and TJ because Easton wasn't big enough to ride those. They didn't do doubles on those. And the only reason that TJ beat me on that one, because I led the entire time, on the either the last lap or the lap before that, I got sandwiched and he came around.
Shit.
Yeah, I was so mad, but I whooped him every other one. I was like, you didn't even know. And I was like, are you kind of proud? And he goes, kind of. I know how to do it. But it was funny because, like, the first one that we did as a family, we had noticed the race before us. There was one specific go-kart that was faster than the rest of them. And TJ was like, you can take that one. So we knew that I was going to beat him in that one.
Yeah.
But, like, he had Easton in the double with him, and then the girls were in their own. Gemma's going slow. Maddie's going slow. I'm blowing past him. And I know people are like, what is going on? But I'm blowing past them, flipping them off, going, woo! It was funny. TJ's rolling. Because you just hear me going around the track every time I pass somebody, flipping them off, going, woo! It was a good time. And we shut that place down.
Yeah. I bet.
It was a good time. We had so much fun that day. That whole trip was a good time. I was almost sad to come home.
Yeah.
It was a long ride back, especially with the dogs. Or with Loki in general. We did, when we'd come back from the mountains, or like even when we were going up into the mountains and had the dogs with us, he'd be sitting in the front seat. And you know how like people are lined up walking up and down the strip in Gatlinburg? I'd have the window rolled down and he's like, hey, hi, just wanting to see everybody, and everybody's pointing. And then at one point when we were coming back to the cabin, somebody was like, oh, look at that dog. And I was like, don't act like you're not impressed. And TJ's like, oh my God. And he was like, you ought to look at somebody and be like, you want to see my wiener? It was a good time. I just wanted to share that. Wish I had remembered on the first episode we recorded tonight.
Yeah, it is what it is. I was particularly struggling.
Yeah.
So.
It happens.
Well, what's our nonprofit one more time?
It is in, well, hold on, because my laptop said no thank you. Because the second Friday in July is Collector Car Appreciation Day, we have Hagerty Drivers Foundation, who is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to protecting, preserving, and celebrating automotive heritage at its highest levels. So there we go.
Oh, yeah, brother.
There we go. That could even pass as like teepees instead of mountains.
Yeah, but I like the idea of mountains.
I do too. I do too. But make sure that you're following us on the socials like Facebook,
Instagram,
TikTok,
YouTube,
email us at wandersofweird
at gmail.com.
Yeehaw.
Stay moist, brothers.
Okay, bye.
Bye.